Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you all of my plans for February. If you had seen my wrap-up video for January, then you know that I'm trying something a little bit different this year, and that extends into my TBR videos as well. Basically, rather than just telling you the books I want to read, I'm going to just kind of talk overall what my plans for February are going to be. Reading-wise, movie-wise, TV show-wise, the whole shebang. First, I want to talk about my reads for February. I have a couple picked out. This is not so much a definitive TBR as it is what's on my radar. The first book that I am reading this month is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. This is one of the series that I want to finish this year. I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up after reading Wayfarer. These are really quick and easy reads. They're very fluffy and fun, and so I really needed something like that because I was feeling super slumpy during the whole 2 weeks it took me to read Wayfarer. So I'm just really excited to get back into these characters' lives and into Stephanie Perkins' writing. So two other series that I had on that list that I wanted to finish this year were Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo or The Young Elites by Marie Lu. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to pick up, but I want to start one of these this month. I've read The Young Elites previously and I wasn't super thrilled with it, but I had read it really soon after reading Legend, and I was hoping that it was going to be something like Legend, and it wasn't. Now that I know what to expect going into it, I'm hoping to really enjoy this. I've likened this to X-Men meets Game of Thrones. It feels like the Game of Thrones world with X-Men characters in it. And also with Shadow and Bone, I really want to read the Six of Crows duology, but I have previously read Six of Crows and did not like it. And so I want to try to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy first and see if that changes my opinion at all for Six of Crows. I'm such a huge fan of power books of characters with superpowers, and this kind of has a fantastical version of that. I'm really excited about both of them, so I don't know which one I'm going to pick. Maybe you should tell me down below. Should I read Shadow and Bone this month, or should I read Young Elites? The next book on my list is Wind Witch by Susan Dennard, which is the second book in the Witchland series. If you've seen my wrap-up from last month, then you know that I'm in love with Truth Witch. It's really what I've been looking for. I wanted another series that gave me the same kind of feelings as Throne of Glass, so I'm really excited to pick this up. And the last one I have picked out is Crystal Storm by Morgan Rhodes. This is the fifth book in the Fallen Kingdoms series. I'm just a little hesitant because I've heard some mixed things about this one. Die-hard Fallen Kingdoms fans weren't super thrilled with this one. That makes me a little nervous. It's like a really attractive drawing of a person. So now let's go ahead and talk about my most anticipated releases for this month. I only have one, and that is Rise of Fire by Sophie Jordan. This one comes out on February 7th. This is the second and I believe the final installment in the Reign of Shadow duology. I really enjoyed the first one. It's a Rapunzel retelling, and the main character is a disabled character. I love the twist that Sophie Jordan put on the original fairy tale. The first one ended on an absolute insane cliffhanger. You know, some cliffhangers are okay, but this one was a little bit too much for me. Now let's go ahead and talk about what TV shows I'm planning to watch this month. So this month my plan is to get caught up on the Vampire Diaries because we did have confirmation that Nina Dobrev is coming back for the season finale, well, the series finale technically. That is something that I had hoped and dreamed and wished for since she left the show in season 6. It's making me very curious as to why she would be coming back, like what circumstances would allow her to come back. I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of this season, so I have a lot of catching up to do. I'm also planning to check out this new show that I literally just heard of today, and it is called Legion, and it's going to premiere on Fox on February 8th, I believe. And this is a take on X-Men. It has to do with the X-Men character Legion, who is the son of Professor X, who is one of the main characters of the movie franchise. His son is diagnosed with schizophrenia and put into a mental institution. The trailers for this look very trippy. Our main character does have some kind of telekinetic mind control ability, I'm assuming. It's an 8-part mini-series. I'm a huge fan of X-Men. I'm really excited to see how this happens. And then finally, let's talk about the movies. I'm not necessarily excited for this movie, but I have to be honest, I will be seeing it in theaters, and that is 50 Shades Darker. If I remember correctly, E.L. James like took over this entire production of this movie. I believe her husband is like producing it. A lot of the producers in the first movie left. The fact that the author is now so involved in this movie makes me interested to see how it's going to come to film. Will that change anything from the first movie? Will it be more racy? Will it be cheesier? Because the books have like some of the most ridiculous, cheesy, nonsensical crap that it's supposed to be sexy, but it's just like eye roll worthy. So is that going to be included in the movie? Also, one of my really good friends wants to see this movie and she invited me to go along with her. This is just one of those movies that you go see with your girlfriends. You know, you go to a movie theater that serves you wine, you order some wine, you get some candy, and you sit there, you drink your wine, and you eat your candy, and you laugh with the people on the TV, and it's just a really good bonding experience for you and your best friend. This is the only movie that I'm planning to see this month. Those are all the things that I plan to read, watch, and do this month. I would love to know what some of your plans are for the month of February. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!